Hello everybody, my name is Connor and we are here with Yellow Kid versus Smoker. And yeah, I know that technically Luffy won the poll, but I didn't see it in time when I checked prior to going to sleep the night before. Kid was done leaving. I was like, cool, Kid's done, we got him built. I'll just, bring Kid. And then when I got to the tournament location after work, I looked and I was like, oh, Black Purple Luffy is in the lead. So I did some playtesting on the sim and with my buddy's deck, and I do have a build that I like and I'm going to put into paper. So we'll be playing Peanut Butter Luffy soon, as I like to call him. But this tournament we actually took Kid, and I had a pretty decent time with it. I do feel like Kid is, I don't know if it's the list I'm running. I am running the list that won one of our store regionals in the area, and I feel like Kid has the potential to be really good, but I feel like he is missing a couple supernovas, or maybe I'm just not running enough, or maybe I'm just not seeing enough of my supernovas, which is very possible here. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust my camera real quick, trying to get you guys a better angle. And 1 Dawn and pass for my opponent, 2 Dawn for the Shirahoshi. I will say my opponent is learning to play the Smoker deck, so I do end up helping him out as well. He's also my buddy, so be nice. But yeah, he's going to go ahead, tap 3, and play down the Rosinante. I know they are missing the 2-cost Rosinante blocker, so he's going to go ahead, swing 5, and I'm kind of tempted to, yeah, I end up countering out with a Basil. I like keeping the Shirahoshi blocker up. I think I would have been okay taking the hit there, but we're going to go ahead, swing 5, and with our 4 Dawn, we are going to get ready to play another Basil Hawkins, make that a blocker. He's going to go ahead and give us a 1k there, and we are going to, tap 4, Basil Hawkins, and turn, make that a blocker. And I do have that buggy on the side over there, protecting my life. I think I do move him onto my cards that become blockers. I have a token, but I did not get it out this tournament. I could not remember where I put it, but I really like the Gadatsus in this deck. I don't know how I feel about the Nami. As you guys can see, I do have, well, there's a little bit of a glare, but I do have a Nami on, or in my hand, and while I like Nami for removal, I don't feel like I usually don't have another trigger card in my hand. So my opponent is going to go ahead and play down the Sanji, restating their leader because they just haven't done that part yet. Since they are new to Smoker, I think this is their first tournament playing Smoker, actually. They're going to go ahead and pass. I do let them know in the future that they can do the, they can restand Dawn and make sure that they are using their leader ability, just to help them out, because it's a little confusing, I think. But we'll go ahead and swing 5, see what we can get. I am thinking about popping the Sanji with the Nami. It kind of is a bummer to trash the other Nami. It's really my only trigger option, but the 2k is going to come out, the 2 Dawn is going to come out, playing down Igloo, countering out of that, and negating my leader ability, or my leader swing, excuse me. Pretty unfortunate. I thought at first I was like, oh man, that's kind of wild to use it so soon, but honestly, got rid of an extra swing coming at your face. So overall, pretty solid play. And then we do end up playing Gadatsu. I really like Gadatsu in this deck. I don't know if I'm just not seeing like pieces to burn life or what, but I felt like every time I had a Gadatsu, I got some really good value out of it. So that was pretty helpful. Yeah, I just think Gadatsu is pretty good removal. It's a little tougher when you're in a meta with a bunch of 4 life leaders, but yeah, so my opponent's gonna go ahead and play down Beckman trying to decide what they want to trash. I think they realistically should probably trash Hawkins, or even Shirahoshi. And he's just asking for clarification on that. As I mentioned, he is learning the deck, and honestly, I think he played it pretty well once he got the hang of it, but he ends up trashing the Gadatsu, which I guess makes sense. He can swing into Hawkins at this point. I don't think it's a great idea, but Gadatsu is a larger body. I think he's a 6k versus the 5k Hawkins. He's going to go ahead and swing 5 at life. Oh, and here I am reminding him that since he has a character with 7k, he can restand 2 Dawn. Just kind of helping him figure out that leader ability real quick. Which, honestly, no problem. I'd rather have my opponent know how to fully play their deck than, you know, not have them fully play their deck, I guess. I kind of want to, with some of the new yellow supernovas, I kind of really want to build purple yellow Croc. I think that could be pretty fun, but he's going to swing 6 into Hawkins, trashing his life there. Yep, and it's going to go, it is a smoker, which is really nice to see, because I'm definitely worried about that. And passing turn, we draw into Satori, which is great. Also, God, I love my Dawn sleeves. Designed them myself, so big fan, big fan. Speaking of Dawn sleeves and my Gojo playmat that I'm using, I actually am getting some more stock in. If you guys like the playmats I design, as well as some new playmats, very excited about some of my new playmats. But we'll go ahead, play Nami to trash the blocker, and then swing the 8 with Kid at lead and pass turn. Still unable to make a blocker here, but as you guys can see, I don't have a lot of supernovas. I have the Law in my hand, and that is the only supernova because I have Satori, Law, and Gadatsu. Another Beckman coming down. Gonna go ahead and trash Shirahoshi. Pretty unfortunate for me, not gonna lie. That really was a little frustrating. He's gonna go ahead and restand his 2 Dawn back at, well, I think 4 Dawn, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna go ahead and swing pretty big. I'm gonna go ahead and take it because I can heal myself with Law at this point. I'll take this one too. We get the Beige out of life. Kind of, I feel like I always get Beige in my, if Beige is in my life, he is the last swing. He's the life that is the last swing my opponent does. You know, that just, I feel like that is just how that works. So, yeah, a little unfortunate there, but we'll go ahead and swing, I think, 8 into Beckman. I don't hate that. And then gonna get a 2k out of that, gonna tap 7, gonna play down the Law, attach the rest of Dawn to Kid. X-Drake's going back up top, I'm putting him down face down. And then I'll go 6 at lead. Unable to swing into the Beckman anymore, but we do end up getting that life, which is pretty good. Blocker, and now Buggy is on the Law, signifying that he is a blocker, a 9k blocker. I think Kid ability is so good. I just think that some of the lower cost, there's not a lot of lower cost supernovas. I don't want to say there's not enough, because the ones that they have are really good, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys think that Kid is really, really good, or he's kind of lucky. I'd be very curious, but my opponent is going to tap 4 to play down the Tony or Chopper blocker, aka the Sanji, and I definitely am a little concerned here, seeing as he is, you know, playing green, and he is going to go ahead and restand 2 of his Dawn. So what is that? 8 Dawn left. He absolutely could go ahead and play down a Hody, which I think we can survive through a Hody, but it would hurt. And I don't really have a way to clear the Tony Chopper blocker, so a little annoying there. Just trying to think. I've got these 2 Satoris in my hand, a Capone and a Gidatsu. Gidatsu at this point in the game doesn't feel great to have in my hand. At least he has a counter though. I think that is okay. That makes him feel pretty decent. But my opponent gonna go ahead tap 5 Dawn to play down the Smoker, and that is scary. I want to get rid of that Smoker. Gonna restand the Dawn for Smoker ability with 3 Dawn left. Trying to decide if they want to swing into life, trying to swing over the blocker if they can. And yeah, they'll go 9, and I'll just take that. It's a 2K. I can actually play it out to rest Chopper if I need to. And I'm sitting pretty healthy still at this point. So they'll go ahead and swing 7. I'll take another Capone. And I think I am going to trigger this one to stun leader. Yeah, I'll trigger this one and stun the leader. It's kind of a bummer that Capone is not a supernova. I mean, I understand why, but still. We do draw into another X-Drake, which is really good. X-Drake is pretty helpful, especially for the smaller blockers like this Chopper here. And yeah, in my hand right now, I don't really feel like I have too much to play. There is a chance I can get game. Kind of trying to decide. I'm looking at X-Drake, I can play down X-Drake, but to use X-Drake's ability, you need to have equal or less life. So I can't use X-Drake's ability, unfortunately, so I think I'm gonna try and just swing out for game. Worst case scenario, I can restand Law and make him a blocker. I think that is a 10. Okay, so I'm gonna pivot. We're gonna go 10 into Beckman. Just trying to get some bodies off the board. Yeah, I think my biggest concern was that blocker, because I don't have anything to really clear it. So we'll swing the 10 into Beckman. He lets it go. I'm going to load the rest up on Kid and swing into Beckman. And he's going to think about letting it go. I think he realizes he has that blocker there. And he's like, oh, wait, can I block? I'm like, yeah, dude, no worries. We're homies. I don't care that much. We'll go ahead, make Law a blocker, and we'll get Kid in our life. And I'm going to go ahead and just put a dice on Law for now. It's a little easier than moving Buggy on and off my life. I really love that little Buggy. I have a Luffy one too. You guys will see when I play Black Purple Luffy. But now we're in a pretty good spot overall. We have a 9k blocker as well as several counter in hand. Sure, we're getting a brick in our hand next time, but yeah, so the Monet is going to come down, giving 2 attached Dawn to the Beckman, minusing my Law by 1, I believe. I think I always say 2, but I think it's just 1. So making him an 8k body. A little tough there. That kind of stinks. I am definitely sweating a little bit. And then here comes the Hody. I think Hody was a really good choice here. Overall, I think Hody was the right play. He's going to go ahead, leader ability and smoker ability. And he's just going to look through. I think his best option, even though I have a good amount of cards in my hand, and I have a lot of 2Ks in my hand. Of course, I don't think there's a way he could know that. I know he does play Yellow Kid, but I think his list is pretty different from mine. So, yeah, I think he's going to go ahead and tap. No, he's not going to tap through. He's thinking about it, though. I think he could swing. I think he realistically should swing. Attached on and swing for game, but he'll go ahead and swing at 9 with Beckman, and I'm thinking about taking it, but at the same time I'm thinking I might need to counter this one out. But I kind of want to save my counter for the smoker. I want to be able to counter out of the banished smoker. And yeah, I am going to go ahead and counter out with 3 cards. Doesn't feel great, but if he decides to swing, he goes 6 here, I'll give him a 2k in Satori, which I think is the right play. He'll go 8. I will go ahead and take getting a Searcher Luffy, and he'll go ahead and pass turn. A decent amount of cards in hand, but I think with Law being such a big body, I think we can get there regardless. But I do think Hody was the correct play. I just had an absurd amount of 2Ks. So I'm doing my math here, and then I realize I haven't drawn for a turn, and we get 10 drop ace. So I am like, okay, like I think 3 cards in hand. Yeah, we get there. So yeah, overall I think the game was pretty good for the most part. I think I might have done, I don't know, I feel like I might have done a couple misplays. I think my opponent, for the first time playing his deck, first game on his deck, I think he played really well, and I really think that Hody was the correct play. I think that I was just insanely lucky with how many 2Ks I run, because I don't feel like this deck runs like a crazy amount of 2Ks, but maybe I'm wrong. But overall, good game. I wanted to just go over it. This is a pretty good tournament run for us, so I will be going over every game, but I was so dead tired from work, I didn't vlog it, so, but I don't even know if you guys like the vlogs. Let me know if you guys make it this far. Let me know if you like the vlog style or just regular commentary. I might save the vlogs for more special events, but yeah, that is gonna go ahead and do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.